Welcome to another episode of the NeoLiberal podcast. Recently, I got an email from a marketing site. I think it's called Struff or something of this sort. But it seemed as if it was a spam or phishing or something of the sort. But I didn't get it in my spam. I got it in my regular email. But it was from a site that's associated with a marketing platform that sends out information and news and so on and so forth. But I got an email from a marketing site. And according to that site, the US Treasury may have unclaimed money. I was suspicious of the email and searched myself. It was true. And here's how you can find and claim unclaimed money and properties. And by the way, it's an article, and I have published it I've written an FYI blog about this, detailing my experience and how you can check and claim monies that's unclaimed or abandoned, which you may not be aware of. But the article is in the NeoLiberal.com, in the NeoLiberal Journal. It's entitled FYI, How to Find and Claim on Money and Properties, which was published today in the NeoLiberal in the NeoLiberal Corporation, and we are sharing that article with you today. The article that I wrote began like this, dated June 13. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to overlook unclaimed money or properties that might be rightfully yours. This guide will walk you through the steps, or this episode of the NeoLiberal podcast, which is a guide, will walk you through the steps to discover and claim these resources, ensuring you don't have any stone unturned. What are unclaimed properties and money? Unclaimed properties and money refer to financial assets that have been abandoned or forgotten by their rightful owners. This can include dormant bank accounts, uncashed checks, insurance policies, stocks, bonds, and even safe deposit box contents. These assets often end up with state treasuries or other government agencies when the owner cannot be located for an extended period. So, how can I find out if the government has unclaimed money for me? Recently, I received an email that I initially thought was spam. It claimed the US Treasury might have money exceeding $0 for me and included a link to click. Skeptical of its legitimacy, I decided to investigate further by conducting a private window search on how do I know if there is unclaimed money for me, and I typed that into the search engine in the Windows or the Google search engine. How do I know if there is unclaimed money for me? I found several options, but I was particularly interested in a secure, safe, government-operated service. So my search directed me to the Bureau of the Fiscal Service at the U.S. Treasury, treasury.fiscal.com, which then guided me to www.unclaimed.org. Now, here's a step-by-step guide based on my experience. 1. Visit the Bureau of the Fiscal Service website, treasury.fiscal.gov. 2. Navigate to unclaimed.org. From there, you'll be directed to www.unclaimed.org, the National Association of Unclaimed Property Administrators, NAUPA site. Third step is Find Your Property. Click on Find Your Property, which will redirect you to missingmoney.com. Now, this is a third-party affiliate of the Treasury, of the U.S. Treasury. Fourth, search for unclaimed property. Enter your last name or business name along with your first name. This will generate a list of names with unclaimed properties and associated previous addresses. 5. Check to see that it's the appropriate address and it matches with your name. So the fifth thing you do is claim your property. Review the list and select the properties that belong to you. Now, some of my unclaimed properties were held by institutions such as PNC Bank and American Express, and others by state offices like the PA Treasury. For state-held properties, the website will direct you to the relevant state treasury department where you can click and it takes you straight to that site. I was able to claim several unclaimed properties in my name with old addresses. The process was straightforward and I found it easy to follow. The instructions provided on the state treasury on the state treasury websites. Now my claims were quickly approved and I'm now awaiting ACH transfers or checks for the amounts owed to me. Now, why should you check for unclaimed properties? Today, billions of dollars in unclaimed properties are waiting to be claimed. These assets could belong to you, a family member, or a friend, and might be worth thousands of dollars. So don't let this opportunity pass you by. Take a few minutes to check for unclaimed properties. And of course, to get started, you can visit NeoLiberal.com and go to the article entitled FYI, How to Find and Claim Unclaimed Money and Properties. Of course, you can also visit missingmoney.com or the Bureau of the Fiscal Service by going to fiscal.treasury.gov and, of course, your local state treasury department website. By following these steps, you can ensure that you reclaim what is rightfully yours. So I bid you the best of luck as you do so. Thank you for listening to this podcast. And please support us by visiting our donate page at theneoliberal.com by going to theneoliberal.com and right on the top menu, or if you read this article, it will have our support page. You can also donate to us by going to anchor.fm/theneoliberal/support. Of course, this is a production of the NeoLiberal Corporation. We are serving the world today to solve tomorrow's challenges by making popular what was a monopoly. I'm Renaldo McKenzie, your creator and host. Please again visit us at theneoliberal.com and store.theneoliberal.com. What good?